Hey YouTube.
What's up, YouTube?
We're gonna do a little story time. I'm actually gonna talk to you guys about how me and Brad first met and up until now. We met in high school. Just to give y'all a little insight on us, let y'all know some more about us and history and why we at where we at now and
Excuse
why
me,
we at.
YouTube. If y'all wonder why I got this hoodie on in the summertime, it be cold as hell in this house. This girl always got a cold. Go ahead.
Anyway, anyway, okay, how it started with us. We met in high school. We high school sweethearts. And there's a lot of stories that we can get in, further down the road. But right now, I'm just gonna keep it a little simple and sweet. Okay, we high school sweethearts. We met in. I was a sophomore. He was a junior. Yeah, you were a junior. 1 year later, I had a boyfriend, and I didn't like him, and he didn't like me because I was hanging around loud people. He say. And I didn't like him because he was friends with this guy that I hated in middle school. Anyway, we end up having a class together, a cooking class. He sat behind me. He was always trying to say little things to me, and I finally just gave in. He gave me his number. He told me to call him. I didn't call him. After the third time, he was like, if you don't call me, you lose my number. Of course I called him. Obviously, he's sitting right here.
Smooth player I
am. And that's how it really started. Maybe 8 months or a year, 8 months later, I ended up pregnant. 18 years old, I went to the hospital, had my baby. She's 2 years younger than, oh my God, 2 days.
Her birthday
after
was
me.
2 days after she got admitted on her birthday.
Yes.
So that was kind of interesting. She was going for a checkup, and they said you're not going home.
Okay, and that's basically how our story began. In between the time, it was a lot of ups and downs, Then we had another child, my daughter's Chloe's, who is 7, about to be 8. My oldest is actually 13. I have a 13-year-old.
I feel like an old man.
In between that time, my oldest had a little health issues, but she pulled through all of that, and she's good now. Very smart young lady. And then fast forward almost to like a year later, what got us to moving in Houston, Texas, we started having a lot of issues. And it was never like cheating issues or anything like that. It was just,
I think people grow. People grow in different directions and have different views and stuff like that, and we just wasn't seeing eye to eye.
We weren't at all. And
we both knew it though, you know what I'm saying? It was just like,
so we would have actually broke up. Only thing that was keeping us really together is because we were trying to think of a way to tell the kids, how we were gonna do this. We were like, oh, we're gonna live in 2 houses. Y'all gonna have 2 Christmases, and but every day was like, sad every time we would talk about it. So that's really a big reason why we still here, and we were trying to work it out, just because of my kids, because our relationship actually got stronger when my daughter started having her seizures with her epilepsy, and we got really strong because we were kind of breaking up, but we were like, no, we got to get back together. We got to go through this as a family, help each other out.
15 years, man. You can imagine all the ups and downs that we've been through. And like we saying, it was really just, I believe, I had a certain mind frame. She had a certain mind frame.
Yeah.
We were just not clicking, and we decided maybe we just gonna get our own places and try to co-parent and let it be, peaceful as it can be. But we know it probably wasn't gonna be too peaceful as soon as we start dating and things wasn't going right. So that's when we started looking into, relocating and saying.
Well, not what happened was because he was not for it at all. He was not for it at all, and I lied to him. Actually, I was really wanting to move really bad, but he wasn't really on that level yet. So I lied and told him that I had already put in a deposit, and I was going to be gone. And you got this amount of time, and I don't care, I'm moving anyway. So after like a month of him like arguing and why you get his money and this and that, he finally started getting on board. So when I finally started seeing him get on board, I was putting money off to the side, and I'm like, okay, he down with it. So let me make this move. So I went and then that's when I wrote the check. That's when I really wrote the check and put the down payment on the apartment, and we just finally got out of there, man, and it's been our best move so far. We was going through a lot with me anyway, period, when it comes to like family matters and friends and just the city just really depressed me so bad. Yeah. And then us not clicking, we wasn't clicking there, same probably. What was a main reason you wanted to
actually
leave?
Before we left, man, I was going through a big depression myself. Like, I don't know what it was. I just used to just going through a depression. I was just looking at life like this. I'm not happy. You know what I mean? I was working hard, and all the material things wasn't bringing me that happiness. And one day I was at work, and God said, move to Houston, Texas. Like, I don't know what made that voice come in my head. And she'd tell you, I said, man, God told us to move to Houston, Texas, and we was thinking Dallas because we know more, we have real close friends.
I think that's because
couple family members, you know what I mean, that's in Dallas, but that would have been more of a safety net, you know what I mean? So we would have still been going, leaning on other people, you know what I mean? We like,
as a crutch.
If we really gonna do this, go to Houston. And like she said, she wrote saying she sent the check, and I'm like, I can't let my babies and family just run off to Houston. I gotta go. So that's what kind of did it. We came to visit, fell in love with it, and y'all pretty much know that story, and we here today.
So basically, that's a little glimpse of our life and how we met. We're going to try to branch off into different subjects. Like, I feel like I got a lot to offer. We got a lot to offer when it comes to, like, relationship advice because we've been together for so long. So we had to bend and forgive each other, and we had to go through a lot of ups and downs to be at this point right now. And I feel like we're stronger than we ever been, So that's why we getting ready for our wedding now.
And I believe if we would have probably got married before then, it probably still wouldn't be. Marriage would have not been what you would think.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to get married like that.
I mean, I knew that I wanted to be with her forever, but mentally, I had a lot of growing to do. You know what I mean? Like, I had to grow as a man. I had to look in the mirror and, understand and figure this thing out. So
and then I actually had to let him grow as a man instead of kind of forcing him, because at first I felt like I was kind of forcing him because my family, we like grew up, everybody married, you got to do this. His family really is not. They wasn't come from that type of background, so it was harder for him when it came to marriage because he like. Because ain't nobody in his family married.
First wedding until I was 27.
So I had to kind of back up for real off of that. But then, I don't know.
A lot, like, we've been together so long, and you know what I mean. I know I wanted to be with her, and stuff like that. But we here today,
Yeah,
So
I mean, you gotta be so strong. Like, it's straight. You have to look past so much stuff. Like, so much stuff you gotta look past that you just really just do not like. And you can't change a person, so you have to wrap your mind around dealing with that the best you can do,
Relationships are rough, man. Like, you just gotta be strong, and we both are loyal people. I would say the number one thing why we still together is loyalty.
Because it's never been like a cheating issue.
It never been,
and if it was, I mean,
it was younger.
It got handled.
We got past, but it was. I think our loyalty what keeps us going. You know what I mean? And not only like she said, we got a lot of stuff to offer, but we always willing for advice. We actually had, some friends who sat down that we was able to talk to, and they kind of helped us a lot because we was able to vent, and they gave us
having people, supportive people around you,
is definitely big.
Get you a group of people that's on your level, and when I say on your level, I don't mean financially. I mean on your level as far as where you going in life. What positive people, positive friends, positive people that don't, go behind your back. You feel that it's sincere. Genuine, you know what I'm saying? Right. It's genuine. Some people where you can talk around and you can't talk around. If you got like negative people in your ear, like that, like just a peace of mind.
And that's one thing about relocating, when you can just start fresh. You know what I mean? When you can start fresh, and then you notice when you get away from certain things and certain environments, and you start doing better, you notice like, how are we doing better? You know what I'm saying?